All right, and we are live. I did not want to keep anyone waiting, especially Blue-Eyed Scorpio. Blue-Eyed Scorpio in the chat was very adamant that if I was late, he was going to downvote this video, and heaven forbid, I cannot let that sort of thing happen. So come on, let's make sure this is going. There it is. Perfect. What's going on, everyone? We are live. It is working. We are still here on YouTube, still climbing at 21,000 subs and climbing. Good to see everyone today. We're going to say hi to everybody in the chat. I need to silence my phone real quick because I forgot to do that before. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Yes, Blue-Eyed Scorpio talking about how I stood him up or something on a date. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Alex McCarthy's here. Howdy, Ryan. Smash that mother effing like button. Yes, guys, please do smash a like button. You know, if it's your first time here, think about subscribing to the channel. Share this out there. Let everyone know that we'll do it live. We'll do it live today. Forge of the Noob is gaming. Hey, Ryan, happy belated 4th of July. Well, thank you. I see Geeks and Gamers in the chat. Fuck Naughty Dog, says Jeremy. That's right. Fuck Naughty Dog. Guys, I would be wearing my shit. You know, but it's fucking hot as hell right now in this house. So I have to make sacrifices. But that is available in the merch store if you want it. Oh, we got to change the banner. We can't have that. Come on, what am I thinking? Fuck Naughty Dog. Get it right up there. Look at Subhuman with the fuck Naughty Dogs in the chat. That's right. I know Jeremy just came out with a video. I haven't got a chance to watch it over on Geeks and Gamers about Naughty Dog Keeps Lying. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. I really do feel like right now they have activated the victim card, right? Since they've been trying to spin this whole narrative, now they're trying to do this to distract everyone from all the legitimate criticisms that people have with this story, with the things they chose to do in The Last of Us Part 2. So now they're saying, but wait, look at how hateful people that don't like this game are. Look, this is their fan base. This is why you should ignore anything they say. They're trying to do this to try to tamp down any of the actual criticism about this game. I think it's fairly obvious that that's what they're doing. So we're going to get into a little bit of that today. People think I'm talking about me? What? Oh my God. Look what Jeremy says. People think I'm talking about you in that video. Well, I'll have to take a look at it. Then if it's about me, Jeremy, then I have to take a look at it. Yeah, there's the detractors as DSP. That's the DSP term, his detractors, right? There's been a lot of detractors coming out of the woodwork, getting really butthurt about things all of a sudden. I don't know if just my videos are getting pushed out, so I'm attracting the attention of a lot of losers, but guess what? People come and they say mean things to you on the internet. That's what happens on the internet. If you've literally been here for any amount of time, that happens. Now, just like I said in my video, even though some people can't hear, evidently, yeah, death threats are never okay. That is not something that's acceptable. But that's what 99.999999% of people think. Everyone knows that that's not acceptable, but the people, or except for the people that have legit mental problems. These people are not sane. And you're going to run into those people online. That's just how it is. Including one of the people that gave Abby a death threat is actually a fan of the game. You can't make this up, guys. We have a super chat. I see a super chat from, I think it's from Jeremy. Geeks and Gamers boys. That's right. Geeks and Gamers boys. Thank you, Jeremy, for the $10 super chat. I'm really interested now to see that video. Very interested to see that. Good to see everyone. I see Steph in the chat, modding. I see Benzo in the chat, modding. We are trying to get 5 new channel members today, guys. Thank you so much for the reminder, Steph. But if you didn't know, everyone. All right, Eric, I gotta address you because you're always here, Eric. Hey Ryan, how's it going today? It's going well. I ate way too fucking much yesterday on 4th of July, and I drank a little bit too much. I'm still drinking a little bit now. I just kind of chilled out today. Tugs sends a super chat. There's that Tug Life, $4.99. Hail Ryan. Well, thank you, Tugs. Hail Tugs. Guys, if you're not following Tugs on Twitter, you should do so. She definitely likes to spread love and happiness and stuff like that on her Twitter. So make sure you follow her. And Jeremy says, it's literally nothing. I just said I didn't think the death threats were fake. No, I think they're definitely real. Like I said, these are, Jeremy, you know just as well as I do, the shit that gets put in our comment sections that sometimes we get DM'd. There's insane people online. I have no doubts that these were absolutely real people. I don't think that Naughty Dog was like astroturfing or anything, death threats. I don't believe that. I do think these are real, but by real, I mean, it's just retarded losers on the internet with nothing better to do than to send death threats about a character, an actor that played a character. And again, that represents such a small fucking minority of anyone. It's not representative of gaming. And the other thing I don't like is all of these fucking losers out there that start tagging me and spamming me, coming in my comments, doing whatever, saying like, you're a part of this. You need to condone this. You need to tell your fans that this isn't okay. I'm not responsible for what fucking anybody else does. I have never once indicated that I'm okay with that I think these people should be getting death threats. So I have literally nothing to do. I'm not going to go out and just like all these other people trying to virtue signal by saying things that everybody agrees. That's like me going and putting out there a tweet about, guys, I just have to say it. The sky's blue. Yeah, everybody fucking knows it's blue. Everybody fucking knows it's not right to send death threats, except the insane people that are not going to listen to anything no matter what. So go fuck yourselves. I'm not apologizing for anything. I'm going to make more fucking videos. I'm going to keep speaking about what Naughty Dog is doing. Fuck you. That's what I say. Not to Jeremy, just to those people. But always fuck you, Jeremy. Eric Nelson for $5. Do you think that Neil Kaufman and Naughty Dog will buy their own copies or fake their numbers to boost sales of The Last of Us Part 2? That's a good question, Eric. I don't think that I don't think we're necessarily going to see that, and I don't think they're necessarily have to. I think that they've already shipped so many copies. They're going to be riding off that, 4 million shipped in the first week for a long time, regardless of how well it plays out. Because honestly, I don't think they're going to have to cover their tracks for much longer. When you look at everything coming up in the gaming industry, with Ghost of Tsushima is right around the corner, then it's PS5 and Xbox Series X. Then everyone's going to be talking about next-gen stuff. The Last of Us Part 2, I feel like, is going to kind of fall into irrelevancy a little bit. So, a year from now, we're going to go back and take a look at the sales, maybe, but I think we're going to be a lot more concerned with everything going on with PS5. So we'll see. Put something up 4 hours ago. Look at Twitter. Oh, I know he did. We'll be covering Neil Druckmann's Twitter account. Absolutely. Thank you guys for the super chats. Smoothie M California for £2. Ryan Kinel for president. Give Kanye some competition. Yeah, actually, this hasn't been announced yet, but I'm actually running as Yeezy's VP. So it's going to be Ye and RK. Ye and RK is going to be the ticket for 2020. I can't wait. We're going to change the world. All right, let's see. And I see Subhuman, my main man, Subhuman. $2. Hail Ryan. Fuck Naughty Dog. That's right, Subhuman. Fuck Naughty Dog. If you are a member, let's get a spam. Let's get a spam of those fuck Naughty Dog emotes in chat. Let's see them because it's one of my favorite things. Elon going to be VP. I wouldn't put it past Elon to be running in a little bit. But we have to. There they are. I see some fuck Naughty Dog emotes. Thank you, Subhuman. All right, let's take a look at this here. I want to go to We'll talk about Laura Bailey first. Talk about Laura Bailey first. All right. Bring up her timeline. Sorry, guys. I wasn't prepared. I've got Neil Druckmann's Twitter up, but I want to talk about Laura Bailey's first because that did happen first. Laura Bailey. Boom. Here it is. Now, fuck Naughty Dog. That's right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for spamming those. All right, now let's see what I can do here. I think, no, it's too big. We'll just keep it like that. Laura Bailey. Now, this was a few days ago. Man, I try to only post positive stuff on here, but sometimes this just gets a little overwhelming. I blacked out some words because, you know, spoilers. We're going to go ahead and try to interpret those spoilers because we don't give a fuck about spoilers. This game's been out for 2 weeks. So if you don't want spoilers, I wouldn't listen the rest of the time. Side note, thank you to all the people sending me positive messages to balance it out. It means more than I can say. And so we have this this assembly of, you know, threats to Laura Bailey. And again, a lot of this shit is disgusting, obviously. Yeah, everyone agrees that sending a death threat to a voice actor over anything really, but especially about their part in a video game and threatening their family. Yeah, of course, that's disgusting. And that's what you saw everyone respond to. That, yeah, everyone says, yeah, that shouldn't happen. I'm going to kill you because you killed Joel. I assume this says in The La of Us Part 2. I assume this man means Last of Us, not the LA of Us. I'm going to find where you live and slaughter you for what you did to Joel. Mark my fucking words. This person, just plain and simple, I will stab you. I will stab you. Just want to say you should die, bitch. Fuck you. You ruined it. Now, this one is a very important one. We are going to be getting back to this one because it turns out that the person who sent this one is actually a big fan of the game and was just a little bit triggered in that moment and apologized. And Laura Bailey said, no problem. Love. Everything's good. We're going to talk about that. I hope this one's rough. I hope your parents die by a hard cancer for killing my favorite character, maybe? Is that what that says? Favorite character? Maybe that's what that says. I will find you and I will kill your kid for that. Just wait for that. Listen, that's disturbing. That's disturbing. Fuck you, dumb Abby bitch. Go fuck yourself. This is what these people are saying to Laura Bailey over her role in The Last of Us Part 2. And this got exactly what what everyone was hoping for. Everybody come out and saying, regardless of what you think about The Last of Us Part 2, this is wrong. It completely detracted all of the conversation about The Last of Us Part 2 and turned it into this. The Last of Us 2 actor Laura Bailey shares gamers' disgusting death threats. Death threats over Abby role. Harassment and death threats. Death threats. Even we got this covered. Last of Us 2 actress reveals she received death threats. Neil Druckmann hits back at the death threats. Death threats. Death threats. Right? So this accomplished exactly, in my opinion, what they wanted, what Naughty Dog and what, Neil Druckmann has come out and shared some of the threats that he has gotten as well from this extreme fringe minority in order to rally everybody up and get the focus on toxic gamers instead of the problems with the story of The Last of Us Part 2, the legitimate criticism that far outweighs, insane people spamming threats behind anonymous accounts. I did see a super chat as well. I did see a super chat from The Gray Ghost. The Gray Ghost for $20 freaking dollars. Oh, shit. Thank you, Gray Ghost. When most of the developed world has internet access in the palm of their hands, that includes the small percentage of loonies too. Phones and service are cheap. Twitter is free. But media tries to attribute it to fandoms as a whole. Yes, I agree. I completely agree. And that is, like I said, that's kind of what we've seen. That's what we've seen the conversation shift to over the past 2 days since this happens. I see Jeremy in the chat. I see Jeremy in the chat too. So give me a second. Oh, gotcha. All right. Okay. All right. Yes. So there are some people. There are some people that are very, very upset. People claiming that I said Laura Bailey faked it. It's almost like when retards try to mislead people using your words, it has ramifications. Almost like that's what happens. Now, at no point in time did I ever say that I think Laura Bailey faked these death threats. Let me full screen my fucking face for you fucking retards who can't understand. You can look through my videos. At no point in time did I ever say that I think that these are fake. What I did say is that compared to the thousands and thousands of positive interactions that Laura Bailey has had, she posts these 5 or 6 people that have given her death threats. Right? That is what I have said. And if you can't understand, if you don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, then I'm fucking sorry for you. No one can fucking help you. You're just as fucking retarded as those people. Sorry to break it to you. I'm sure your parents are really fucking disappointed. But yeah, at no point in time did I ever say that. Well, that's all right. That's all right. Thank you, Grey Ghost, for the super chat. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. But anyway, so back to this, right? So the one person that I wanted to point out that we talked about, here's from Southpaw. Southpaw says this: are you effing or are you fucking shitting me? It's not a video. I don't have to censor myself so much because this isn't monetized anyway. One of the people who sent death threats to Laura Bailey is a defender of the fucking game. But no, you know, it's only the people that don't like The Last of Us 2 who act like this, or so Druckmann and the media will say. And this is a whole list of this person who, after Laura Bailey put out these threats, they said, hey, I'm actually the one that sent that. I want to send my sincere apologies. Just let me pull that up. I think I have it right here. So, excuse me. This person who said, just want to say, you should die, bitch. Fuck you. You ruined it. This person, the same screenshot that's in there, says, I just want to say and send my most sincere apologies to Laura Bailey. I am really a fan of the game, but when it happened at the beginning, I could not control myself. My psychological state became difficult. I could not breathe. But when I played as Abby, I realized I was wrong, and this game has no hero. But this game remains one of The Last of Us Part 2's greatest games I ever played in my life. I'm so very sorry, Laura Bailey. I hope you forgive me. Right? So this person is a fan of the game, and they just got a little triggered because they're insane. Just like we've said, these people are insane. They do not represent even a small, tiny fraction of the fan base. They're not even worth talking about. That is my criticism about putting these people on blast for this. Yes, my psychological state. Just say I'm fucking loony. I'm sorry for threatening to kill you. Laura Bailey says, thank you for the apology. Love, right? And since that time, this person has obviously received a lot of blowback, basically saying, you should get some fucking help, bro. You need assistance. They have since changed their Twitter handle, but we can prove that it was Acer3233. Let's see. I think I have that tweet pulled up right here. Yeah. So this is the initial response to this person. You can see they're responding to the initial thread or the initial tag that doesn't exist anymore because they changed it to try to hide because they were getting so much. What am I trying to call it? So much bad attention, bad PR over this. So they switched their Twitter handle, but it's not going to work. I'm sorry. And you can see from Blessed Southpaw all of the times that he's like praising the game. Absolutely insane. I got a super chat from Sister Harrow. Hello, Sister Harrow, for Australian. $5. She says, hey, Sister Harrow. Good to see you. Good to see you. Man, that fan account going to backlash. That's right. And so after this happens, Naughty Dog puts out a statement. Although we welcome critical discussion, We condemn any form of harassment or threats directed towards our team and cast. Let's just stop it right here for a second. Stop it right here. Although we welcome critical discussion, really, you welcome critical discussion, do you, Naughty Dog? The ones who were false copyright striking people just for talking about the leaks, or like Jeremy, just for talking about Naughty Dog's reaction, not even saying anything about the leak specifically, just criticizing Naughty Dog. That is literally you not welcoming critical discussion by trying to hide, by trying to cover up. Fuck Naughty Dog. Again, they are fucking lying. They're trying to change the tone. They are playing the victim card here to try to change the narrative around this game. We condemn any form of harassment or threats directed towards our team and cast. Their safety is our top priority, but we must all work together to root out this type of behavior and maintain a constructive and compassionate discourse. I don't think that discourse needs to be compassionate. Constructive is fine, I guess. I don't think it needs to be compassionate. $10 super chat. Neil from Lucas the Spider Fanatic. Thank you very much, Lucas. Neil welcomes criticism, but if you don't like the game, you are a bad person. I've tried to say homophobe, bigot, and misogynist several times, and I'm censored, denied from sending this. Yay, censorship. Yes, there it is. That sometimes it does that kind of shit, which is bullshit. So I'm sorry for that, Lucas, but I do appreciate the super chat. I know what you mean. I see someone says John talks. Is John here in chat somewhere? If John's here, hey, John, good to see you, buddy. If not, you should definitely go check out John Talks. Paulie D for €2. Critical discussion equals will the game get a 9 or a 10? Yes. Exactly. And listen, I don't know. Can you blame Naughty Dog? They're getting so much blowback. Fuck Naughty Dog and fuck YouTube, says Schnick. They're getting so much blowback for the story that they have to try to do something. They have tried to go out and talk and do all these interviews, right? They're doing all the PR with the people like Greg Miller and IGN and all of these big channels trying to smooth everything over and talk about it, but it's not really working. It hasn't really won over the fan base. So now it turns to this. Now we are going to be talking about this and the harassment. It's going to be turned into The Last Jedi all over again. That's what is happening. Orange Hat Reviews for $5. Hey, so did you see what I recently did concerning Brie Larson? A little experiment to see if she will go through collaboration like she says. Initially, Orange Hat, I know I saw that you were like pretty upset about her getting like monetized right away and all that kind of stuff. And then if I remember right, you did something basically saying, hey, I welcome you to the platform. I'd really like to sit down and have a discussion with you. So I think that's what you're talking about. I hope so. There's a villain card in the game named Dr. Uckman. That's right, Mar. Thank you. Critical discussion means talking about whether it's great or the greatest video game ever, says Naymans. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's true. All right, but let's go back to Neil Druckmann. I see Pierre Chan in the house. What's up, Pierre? Because that wasn't enough, right? The voice actress who plays Abby, Laura Bailey, puts it out. Then Naughty Dog puts out a tweet. Then Neil Druckmann puts out a tweet. You can love or hate the game and share your thoughts about it. We know with focus testers, if you feel a certain way, that's not true. Unfortunately, too many of the messages I've been getting are vile, hateful, and violent. Here are just a handful of them. Feel it's important to expose. Trigger warning, transphobia, homophobia, and anti-Semitic etc. Send a message real quick. So let's take a look at some of these. I'm not going to say some of these things because they are not safe for YouTube. Not safe for YouTube, so we're not going to say it. Paulie D for €2. Are you psyched for Ghost of Tsushima? I'm excited about it. It looks really cool. I'm probably going to hold off getting it until I see. I know Lethal's going to get it. Kind of see how he feels about it probably before I pull the trigger, but it looks cool. It looks really cool. Basically, it looks like Assassin's Creed Japan if they took like 10 years to make it, which is cool. What a stupid effing K-word rat. Thanks for saving me some good cash. And go bless the guy who leaked it all. Get fucked, liberal cunt. Fuck you, stupid cuck. You ruined one of the best games you made, stupid piece of shit. You made Joel and Ellie get killed by a trans piece of shit, which of course is not true. We've said time and time again on this channel that Abby was not trans. There was no confirmation that she was trans. I even said from the beginning that Lev is going to be the trans character in this game, but you know, some people forget that. Some people forget that. But luckily, I've made so many videos that you can just go back and check. This person says, I hope you get the beer bug. Why ruin such a good game for everyone? I hope you get fired, you gay and trans-loving retard. Fuck. Go die in a hole, you radical feminist scum. Hopefully, the beer bug kills your whole toxic feminist studio, right? So this is fucking vile shit. Things that no one should be getting in their DMs, but we do know that that does happen on the internet. I think that all of these are completely real. With someone that has the reach and has angered the amount of people that Neil Druckmann has, there are crazy people out there. I feel like this is trolling. Few people are this comically vulgar. There are so many retards listening. You know there are. Some of them might be, but I do think that I don't think there's anything. I do think that these are real. So that's just my thoughts. Canceled Venom for $2. Ryan is so breathtaking. Whispers, boomerang. I fucking hate boomerangs, bro. Don't give me any boomerangs. We have Kai MFS for $5. A lot of artists are actually being harassed and threatened, even on ArtStation. They're getting crap for Druckmann's creative decision and direction. I agree. And there's two things I feel about this game. One, obviously, like we've said, nobody should be getting death threats over this. But two, to direct it at Neil Druckmann, your anger, I think is valid because he is ultimately the one responsible for basically all the decisions in this game. To direct your anger at voice actresses who haven't really said anything, they just gave a performance, I think that's a little silly. Now, Laura Bailey did come out, and we covered it on the channel. I have the tweets in my videos before she deleted them. Once her and the voice actress who plays Dina, you know, once a lot of people started really bashing this thing the first couple of days of release, they said all the bots are out in force today. Yes, all the bots. Kind of, you know, a little shot at consumers who were genuinely upset. Now, they did delete those very quickly, I think because they realized that could feel like an attack on fans. So they quickly, you know, got rid of that, which I think was a smart thing for them to do. However, I think that your anger should be directed at Neil Druckmann, not death threats, obviously. Like I've said time and time again, I don't know why I have to fucking keep saying it because, you know, people are stupid, I guess. Let me quickly send this link out to somebody who might hop on for a few minutes here. Boom. Since so many people are, you know, since so many people think that something refers to me, we might as well get some clarification. But thank you, Kai MFS, for that super chat. Appreciate it. Paulie D for $5. €5, sorry. They can't really think the psychos who sent them those vitriolic messages, the same people that make measured arguments against the game's quality. No, I don't think they do, but I think they're trying to spin it. They're trying to lump these people in with all critics. They're trying to say that, look at this hatred, this homophobia, this bigotry. This is the reason so many people don't like this game because people are racists or whatever. That is, I am very convinced that is why they are doing this. And then Paulie D for another €2. So you boo meringues. Yes, I boo meringues. I do not like boomerangs. And I see, let me stop screen sharing for a second. So I see a super sticker from Larry. Larry, I have to let it catch up on the chat here. It's probably a rainbow unicorn. All right. Let me get this here. Let me get my headphones out. Don't want any echoes. Since this person's making hate videos about me, I better Well, we don't want to get in a yelling match here. We don't want to get into a yelling match. Oh, look how small you are. There we go. What's going on, man?
Cancel Ryan. Cancel him. That's why I made a 12-minute video on Geeks and Gamers, because I decided, even though I hadn't seen Ryan's video on this topic, that I needed to put the word out there that he is bad and wrong for having his opinions. And it's just, I sent you the screenshot. I was like, because when I first saw it, I was like, fuck, I haven't even seen Ryan's video. Did I say something completely different than him or something? Like, because, you know, like, you're better at this than Ryan. I'm like, I don't even, you know, it didn't even sound like something for you to maybe say point blank. You may have added that maybe they were, you know, Naughty Dog could fake something like this, because that's clearly what no, but I'm saying that's clearly what they're capable of it. But you tend to take around the same approach I take to these situations. You know what I mean? And everything you've said in this videos or this live stream is exactly what I said in my video. Everything.
That's basically what I said in my video on Laura Bailey. I said that the title of it was Laura Bailey shares death threats on Twitter. Naughty Dog will use this against all gamers, basically.
Yep.
And
that's
I talked
exactly
about
what
threats.
I said.
And I did say that, listen, she shared these 5 interactions that she has had after the thousands and thousands of positive interactions she's had. We saw literally everyone jump to defend her. And I did say that she did this for attention. And I said, and that's fine if that's what you're going to do, but there's no doubt that she's sharing these to get attention, to get the message off of this game.
Right.
And I said there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to admit that's why she's doing it.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said in my video, I talked about, like, you know, especially if any of the women at Geeks and Gamers catch hell, you know, like they're always catching hell because their existence, you know, just destroys that stupid narrative they put out there. Like, I get death threats. You know, you get them. We all get them. It happens. It happens on the internet. It's part of it. So that's not to say that it's okay. That's not excusing it. But what Naughty Dog is trying to do is they're trying to frame it just like Lucasfilm tried to frame it. Like, any criticism, this is isolated to us, and it's coming from a certain group of people. It's word for word, point for point. Rian Johnson and Neil Druckmann, Last of Us 2, Last Jedi. It's the same exact template. This is all they do. It's unbelievable.
It totally is. And it's just, I really think that they're, like I said, I just thought about that today, kind of, that they don't really have to hold this narrative for too long, because we have so many big things coming up in gaming soon, you know, with the PS5, with the Xbox Series X. So we're not going to be really tracking these sales for too much longer. So I think they're just trying to do more damage control. This is a good way to do it, because like I shared, that now you search Last of Us 2, that's all the news is. Death threats, death threats, death threats. It's no longer, you know, the couple things that you had, why people are upset about this game, why this ending doesn't really make sense, why some people are upset about the Last of Us 2 ending. No, now it's people are harassing voice actors, people are harassing Neil Druckmann over a video game, toxic gamers. That's exactly what these people fucking wanted.
And look, we've got PewDiePie giving it a 6 out of 10, Angry Joe giving it a 6 out of 10, and Young gave it a bad, or not a great review. I don't think gave it a number, you know, but those are 3 of the biggest voices on YouTube and in gaming that have basically said, like, yeah, that 10 out of 10 is bullshit. You know, it's not a 10 out of 10 game. So to divert from that criticism, you know, this is what they do. It's about diversion. It's about creating a different discussion so they can change what the real discussion is. This game is not a 10 out of 10, and it has a lot of problems, and the criticism that Naughty Dog has been facing was all justified. All of it was justified. But here we are. So
yeah, a fucking 1000%. And yeah, I mean, listen, people, that's what people are gonna do. They're gonna twist your words to get a narrative, which is, you know, what happened to me. I do feel like when people tuned into my video talking about death threats, they probably were, wow, he's being a little callous. Because I am, because it's just a reality of being on the internet. There are fucking weirdos on the internet. Bottom fucking line, there are. And that doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it okay. And that's not me endorsing it in any way. But it seems like I don't want to fall into this fucking trap of today's society where if you don't come out and say something, it means that you don't support that thing. Like if I don't tweet out that Black Lives Matter, that somehow I don't think that Black lives actually matter to people, right? I don't want to fall into that trap, and I'm not going to sit here and fucking virtue signal like these people want me to.
Well, I was actually at a grocery store today, and because someone just said it in the chat, and it reminded me, I did see some Aunt Jemima syrup, and so clearly we have not done a good enough job of ending racism yet. And I felt that I needed to tweet about that. And unfortunately, I don't have access to my Twitter anymore, so I'm really not sure what I can do to change the world. But I'm working on it. So,
oh yeah,
I see the meltdown. I see the meltdown. I know. New hat. I'm going for this new year, new me every time I make a video. New year, new me every time. New hat, new me. Just fuck Star Wars, man. I don't want to, like, honestly, what I'm thinking about doing, I'm thinking about taking this fucking hat, okay? I'm thinking about taking it, ripping this off, okay? And then putting a black Geeks and Gamers logo with the yellow outline on the front. Rip this fucking Star Wars shit off. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Look,
black guys, logos matter.
I got hats for fucking days, okay? Like, what you guys just tell me what you want to see here, okay? You just tell me what you fucking want to see, okay?
Dude, I have so many hats and I never fucking wear them because my hair is just too damn nice to wear a hat usually. So,
Geeks and Gamers, old school, Alabama, Alabama.
Oh my God.
Alabama, Ron John, Monsters Inc., Geeks and Gamers, Ron John. And that's just a few of them. That's just a few of them. So,
let me get through a couple of these.
I am bald, Justin. I am bald.
That is why he turns his camera off every time he changes it. Why didn't Jeremy just add fuck to a Star Wars hat? That's pretty funny. Fuck Star Wars.
That's actually good. I might take a Sharpie and just write fuck over.
Just do it. Let me get through a couple of these.
I'll be right back.
All right. So Jeremy's going to go get a Sharpie to do that live on air. I'm going to get through a couple of these super chats. We're going to make sure the ones that were addressed to Jeremy, that he answers them as well. Gray Ghost, another $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Negative Metacritic user reviews are currently 56K. Even if you multiply the number by 4, excuse me, and made them all bigoted reviews, we know they still aren't. That'd be only 5.6% of the 4 million sold. Naughty Dog's still mad as fuck. Exactly. Oh, you have 4 million sold. All of these fucking big time reviewers have given it, 10s, 9s, 10s. Everybody loves it, right? So why are you so fucking butthurt? Why are you desperately trying to change the narrative? It's because something is inherently wrong with this game. Let's see. Lucas, the Spider Fanatic, thoughts on Angry Joe's in-depth review of The Last of Us 2, both of you. I thought it was awesome. It was hilarious, first of all, the skits that he did. I thought Angry Joe did a great job of talking about the things that are fucking trash about this game and also giving it credit where it was due as far as the graphics and the playability and the design and everything and all the work that did go into the game. I think that 6 out of 10 is a little bit high, but I think it's a fair score. I do think it's a fair score. And I think sure Jeremy watched Angry Joe's review as well. So we'll see what he thinks. Pauly D for €2. Raging Ryan and Juggernaut Jeremy equals tag team champs. That's right, Pauly D. That sounds fucking awesome, actually. Canceled Venom. He did see this super chat. Canceled Venom for Canadian $2. That's not Jeremy's hat. Imposter. Boomerang. Yes. Yes, everyone's freaking out about Jeremy's hat selection. It's quite funny. It's quite funny. Biggles. Biggles says, Jeremy is here. My life is over. Send help. I'll make sure that he knows that, Biggles. Schnick said that Angry Joe said he may revise the score, give it a 5 out of 10 in his spoiler discussion. I think that's about right. I think 5 out of 10 is a little better. Let's see. Matt G for $2. Jeremy's other hat is at the dry cleaners. You just saw all of his other hats, Matt. I don't think they are. And I don't know if I ever specified, but Larry, you did send that rainbow unicorn. Thank you, Larry, for the super sticker, buddy. I appreciate that. Whoa. Where are we? Canceled Venom. I vote paper bag with smiley face, Jeremy. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. Pauly D for €2. Roll Tide. Roll mother effing Tide, I believe is how you're supposed to say it. Dark Side Droids for $10. The entertainment industry has always used smoke and mirrors to draw attention away from controversy or disgruntled consumers. Cuckman and Naughty Dog are using the Kathleen Kennedy playbook. It's Rose Tico 2.0. I agree. I agree, and that's what I'm talking a little bit about in this video. I'm probably going to make a video for tonight and put it out there too. It's probably going to get a lot of dislikes because a lot of people are butthurt, but it's fine. That's how it fucking goes. I don't really give a shit. I'm not going to change how I fucking feel about something or apologize for the way I fucking feel about something when there's nothing wrong with it. So fuck all you people that think I should. Lucas the Spider Fanatic, $10. Angry Joe made an in-depth discussion with Alex and OJ, and they're ready to make so much sense. Oh, they really make so much sense. So much sense that the big media outlets are trying to invalidate them to no avail. Angry Joe is a big name. That's true. That's true that they can't keep down. Yes. How about this? Speaking of Angry Joe, thank you guys both for the super chats, both Dark Side Droids and Lucas the Spider Fanatic. I completely agree, Dark Side Droids. They're using the Kathleen Kennedy playbook. It's absolutely fucking disgusting, but we kind of knew that that's what would happen. Speaking of Angry Joe, look at this bitch, a writer for GameSpot. Angry Joe was one of the people that retweeted Laura Bailey and said, this is bullshit. No one should get death threats, which is, again, what nearly 100% of people agree with. Alessandro Filari, this tweet from Angry Joe rings incredibly hollow, considering his review of The Last of Us Part 2 is just an extended diatribe of his sexist, misogynistic views. His content more than likely contributed to people harassing Laura so he can fuck off with this pathetic about face. That is exactly it. People like this little bitch right here are taking people like Angry Joe, people like Jeremy, people like The Quartering, even people have tagged me in this shit and said that your videos contributed to this. Go fuck yourselves. My videos are legitimate fucking criticisms of this game. At no point in time did any of us say that death threats are okay or that they should get death threats or encourage anyone. So guess what? I don't give a fuck. People don't like it that we're getting so much attention for this, that these videos criticizing Naughty Dog are getting so much attention. So whether it be the fucking media, whether it be Naughty Dog, or whether it be people that like this game, they're just trying to spin it another way, unfortunately. And it is quite unfortunate. What is this? What's Lewis saying? Lewis says, no, man, you lot are saying the game is so bad. Most of the people that complain about the game haven't played it for themselves. Oh, okay. Nah, man, you lot are sad saying the game is so bad. All right. Try to use a little bit better English and next time you do it, just so I can really understand what you are saying. Lewis, what the fuck? Yeah. You lot are sad saying the game is so bad. Most of the people that complain about the game haven't played it for themselves. All right. Well, I've made no bones about that. Grand Admiral Adams says,
what is he talking about?
I was trying to figure it out. What's this bitch saying? Chinarmi novel? Are you talking to My Nerdy Home in the chat? Because if you are saying that, you little fucking bitch, why don't you fucking talk to me, you little piece of trash Chinarmi novel? Is that you? Let me see. Let's see. I bet you would change for money. I wouldn't change for money, you little piece of trash. It just so happens, fucking happens that people like what we are having to say. That when we are being honest, like we were from the very fucking beginning 2 months ago with this shit, people like what we say. And I'm sorry that people aren't watching, people aren't liking positive Last of Us 2 videos as much as maybe you would like. I'm sorry that you like the game and we don't. Get the fuck over it. I'm glad that you're here wasting your fucking time, getting more people to watch this, helping out my fucking algorithm because you're so fucking butthurt about our opinions. I was offered by someone in this chat $500 to play The Last of Us Part 2, and I said fucking no. Subhuman is the one who offered me that. He is in the chat right now, offering me $500 to live stream The Last of Us Part 2. I said no. So no, I'm going to stand on my fucking principles, you little cocksucking bitch. Fuck you.
I have my Disney Star. Fuck Disney Star Wars. That's the best I could do right now. You can't even read it.
You can't. It's just a little fucking. What is that? There it is. Fuck Disney Star Wars.
There you go. That's as best you're getting. You guys freaking out over the Star Wars hat. So I was thinking, I have two of them. This is my old one. I was gonna take the Sharpie and just write "fuck" over it, but I was like, you know what? One of these days I might could sell these fucking hats. So,
Exactly. We were just going over the Angry Joe stuff, and I saw a couple things in chat. So many butthurts trolling, yet you're only making the stream more entertaining. Yes, that's what we do. That's what we do. I'll give you 1,000. No, not enough. It'll never be enough. I'm not playing this fucking game. Not after what they did. Alessandro Filaro is the guy who tweets out basically saying that, oh, Angry Joe is his review is just an extended diatribe of his sexist, misogynist views. His content contributed to people harassing Laura, so he can fuck off with this pathetic about face. And this is why it doesn't do you any fucking good. You can go out there and you can say, oh, it's so wrong that people are sending threats to Laura Bailey, which everyone agrees with, but it's not enough because they still want to think they know how you fucking feel. We did get asked, how did you feel about Angry Joe's review?
Let me correct something here. Siberian Dream says, seriously, how are we supposed to take someone like Jeremy seriously if he likes Filoni, the Clone Wars, and Ahsoka? First of all, I love the Clone Wars and Ahsoka. So if you're going to bring that up, at least get your facts straight, okay? Secondly, if you need my opinions to reflect yours, that's a you problem, okay? Not a me problem, all right? When I brought Ryan onto the team, I knew Ryan disagreed with me on a lot of shit. You know why? Because I'm not a little bitch like you who says, how can I take Ryan seriously? He likes the Snyder movies. He doesn't like the Clone Wars. He doesn't worship Dave Filoni. What am I going to do if someone doesn't agree with me? What you're going to do is, if you have a penis, it's probably very small. But if you do have one, whip it out and smack a hoe in the face. That's the first step to being a man. Quit being a bitch because I have different opinions than you. Thank you.
Yeah,
all right.
So Siberian Dream is a comments on basically every video I do. So I do appreciate Siberian Dream. Yeah, Jeremy does like the Clone Wars and Filoni.
No, Jeremy loves the fucking Clone Wars. Loves the fucking Clone Wars.
Get my facts. He does love them.
Loves the fucking Clone Wars.
So, you know, not everybody can be perfect. So we take Jeremy, you know, at his faults, even with his Star Wars hat.
Jeremy doesn't agree with me. What am I gonna do? Jeremy likes Filoni. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh, such a sad day. Such a sad fucking day. But what you could do, though, is if you need me to kind of give you a list of all of my opinions so we can make sure they 100% line up with yours in the future, we can do that. I don't want your feelings hurt in the future. You know, if ever I have an opinion that might be different. I'm sorry I let you down. I'm sorry, and I will do better. # be better. Be better with your opinions, Jeremy. Okay, I'm sorry. This is your channel, Ryan.
Oh, that's all right. You've heard me. Biggles Mets says, Jeremy is here. My life is over. Send help. I was supposed to tell you that. A lot of people talking about your hat in Super Chats. And we did get a question how you felt about Angry Joe's review.
Oh, yeah. I loved Angry Joe's review. The opening was fantastic. You know, with how other Joe was dressed up as Ellie. It was so good. And I loved how Abby was like 8 foot tall. It was fantastic. But no, he makes points, and he even talks about, he showed, you know, during his review, he showed like there were elements that he actually enjoyed the gameplay as Abby in isolation, because she was whooping a motherfucker's ass, you know, like she's throwing haymakers. But ultimately, from a story standpoint, that's where it fell apart. I mean, I don't think anyone is denying that The Last of Us Part 2 is a beautiful game. It's fantastic in terms of the atmosphere, and it kind of just carries on that tradition that we all knew from The Last of Us, the first game. But the reason The Last of Us was so good wasn't because of the pretty graphics. It wasn't because of the atmosphere. Those were compliments to the fact that it had an amazing story with amazing characters and it had a lot of heart. And all of that falls apart during this game. And so Joe's review was great, though. I was happy that, he basically, gave his honest opinion and, let him have it. And Yang Ye, like I said, I didn't watch his entire review, but Yang Ye was pretty critical of it too. And people that I don't know, it's people that are actually playing it that we've come to know that can have opinions and form opinions. They're all kind of like landing in that 5, 6 out of 10 mark. No one's giving it a 1 out of 10 or a 2 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
seems to be the general consensus of people that actually do have a brain and they can actually think for themselves, generally are giving it, a 6 out of 10, saying that it's beautiful. The atmosphere is wonderful, but the story falls apart and the character falls apart. So makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And, like I said, I think that's a fair score based on everything we've seen. And like you said, it looks incredible. But I mean, it is a AAA game that has 7 years to develop. I think a lot of us expected that. It's not open world. It's this kind of, it gives you a fake, like it's almost looks like an open world, but really you can only go certain ways. So the level they were able to put into the detail for certain things is incredible because they know you have to go a certain way. On the tracks, so to say, of the game. There you go. It looks silly if you don't have it centered.
Yeah, no, it's actually. I mean, it looks really good right now, 10 out of 10. But when it was turned a little bit, it was like 4 out of 10. So trying to get it right.
We got a couple super chats here. Joshua Sam says, "Hey Ryan and Jeremy, I bought some G&G NRK Outpost merch yesterday." Hell yeah, Joshua Sam. Thank you for the support, brother.
Joshua Sam's great. Joshua Sam. Sometimes Joshua Sam will tell us we're the greatest thing ever. And then during Mario Kart, he's like, F everybody. And he'll specifically F Krista, F Tugs, F everybody, because that's just what we do. That's what we do. I'm loving the whole Geeks and Gamers boys, Geeks and Gamers girls, like this whole thing with you and Jay, I guess, that you guys have come up with. So more in the future for that one. The best thing I love, it makes me so happy when people go, I fucking hate Jeremy, but I like Ryan and Drunk 3PO and Krista, and like, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's why you've brought people on the team.
Yes. Like, you don't have to like me. You don't have to like Ryan. You don't have to like any individuals within Geeks and Gamers. But the point is I believe that we have created an environment here where there's people here that you can like. Ask poor Ryan. His notifications can tell you point blank. Me and Uche argue pretty much all the time now in the Sports Wars chat. So like Uche has drastically different opinions than me and the majority of people at Geeks and Gamers, and that's how Uche rolls. So
that's right. Biggle says, I don't actually hate Jeremy, but I hate Jeremy because commitment. Yes.
Respect. That is a lot of respect, and I appreciate that.
Adam says, picked up my sweatshirt yesterday. Ryan, feels nice. Hell yeah. Again, it's a fucking heat wave right now, fucking where I'm at in California, so I'm not wearing my sweatshirt, but fuck Naughty Dog. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying yours. We've sold a lot. It's almost like people fucking hate this game. What did someone say? You have to like Ryan and Jeremy or they will fake death threats. Schnick says Ryan is terrible, Jeremy too. They share their opinions on YouTube, and sometimes I disagree with them. Trash people, to be honest. Lucas the Spider Fanatic says, for $5, love seeing you stand up for your principles. That's why I'm willing to donate. Both of you are awesome. Keep it up. Fire emojis. Thank you so much, Lucas.
Thank you. Real quick, really can I give a shameless plug to the website? The only reason I'm here is so I can do that, by the way. So
yeah.
Well, no. What I was gonna say is that we are working on currently for all the premium members. And again, you can opt into this or not. But the biggest challenge we have right now is lack of notifications because we obviously don't have an app yet. But we're going to work on trying to get an SMS, so like text messaging, let you guys opt into if you want text messages for when we go live just for premium members. Because right now that's like I said, if I had the ability to notify everyone that was a premium member, I would go live a lot more often just for those members. But I just don't have the ability to give them a live, notification right now, except for email. And a lot of the emails are going to spam. But We're working on that, and Krista goes live tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern for Grand Theft Auto 5 on Gaming with Geeks. Ryan actually set that stream up, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, so that'll just be for premium members of the website. Premium members will be able to have access to that.
Biggle says, yeah, text me personally, Jeremy. Every day I'll text Biggles. Just me personally have to text Biggles. Hey, Biggles, we're going live. I'll do that too, Biggles. I'll do it from Ryan's phone. You can have his number. So
I don't care.
No, I don't care. I got true story. I didn't actually meet Ryan at a meetup. I found his number on a bathroom stall, and they convinced me with talking about his oral skills. I was like, look, I gotta call this number. And Ryan showed up. It's kind of like that scene in Dumb and Dumber, with the, and
oh God, showing up in the bathroom stall.
Yes. Seabass, kick his ass, Seabass.
God, I need to watch. It's been so long since I watched that movie. And then when somebody played I don't know who we were making fun of, but it was someone who was just like, big gulps, huh?
Yes.
So we played. I don't know who we were talking about, but
I don't either. I'm the one that brought it up. It's so true. Yeah. Big gulps, huh? Well, see you later. So good. It's so good.
Oh God. Steph says, I guess I respect Jeremy, but his voice is stupid. His singing voice, on the other hand, is fire. There you go.
I wish I would have never sang, because I don't believe I can sing. I just did that just for the hell of it, and I have not. The requests have not stopped since then. But are we gonna make a karaoke account? I don't know. May have to at this point.
Paulie D for €5 says, cleared the game last week. It's a 6 out of 10 at best. The story is the reason it's not higher. Plot characters are all over the place. It's also too long. That's what Jason Schreier says. Video games are too long, and it triggered Troy Baker to post a fucking 400-word inspirational quote from Teddy Roosevelt on why critics suck. Because Troy Baker is not sensitive at all about this game. Canceled Venom for $2 Canadian. Jeremy dresses up as Ahsoka before every bedtime.
It's pretty good.
Lee Jordan for $9.99. These guys are so butthurt for the game. They sound like an inmate who got his cornbread taken in prison. Oh, God. Yeah. Thank you, Lee Jordan, for the super chat. There are a lot of listen. This game is divisive. It's just like the fucking Last Jedi. There are genuinely people out there who fucking love The Last Jedi. There are. Even if I think that's a shit take, there are a lot of people out there that think it's a really good movie. There's also a lot of people out there that think it's a really fucking bad movie. It's exactly what we're having with this. When you look at the critic versus the Metacritic scores for this and The Last Jedi, you can see the similarities. When you look at this versus the Kelly Marie Tran shit, there are similarities. It's amazing how right you are, Jeremy, when that first night that this happened, you in the message group, you're like, this is going to be the Last Jedi of video games. Mm-hmm. And it fucking certainly was.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's just, they're just continuing to, we haven't seen anything quite like this in video games. We've seen controversial stuff. We've seen Mass Effect Andromeda, we've seen Halo have their ups and downs. We've seen controversy within the video game industry, but The Last of Us was kind of a different level. The love for that game was, that game is a generation, an entire generation worship that game. Some people call it the greatest game of all time. I don't think it's the greatest game of all time, but I do think it's a great game, and I love it. And the hype, that went along with it and everything, and how much love there was for Joel and Ellie. And then just the way that this all happened with the leaks, and then the response to the leaks and everything like that. And they've just continued to make it worse. Like I said, they started the fire and then they poured more gasoline on the fire. And they've continued to make it worse and worse and worse. And they consistently prove us right every single day. So we are where we are.
Well, I think that they have learned from that iteration. I think that they were very careful for them not to come out and attack general fans, like fans in general, for the most part. I think that Druckmann has been ramping it up a little bit over the past couple days. again, trying to kind of play this victim narrative with them, with the threats that they've been getting. Look at all the fuck Naughty Dogs in chat. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. But just like Laura Bailey, she put out that tweet about bots. It was quickly deleted, very quickly deleted, because I think they knew that they did not want to make it look like they were attacking fans through this whole thing. And I think that was a good idea for them. Because it could have been, the blowback could have been way worse for sure.
Yep.
Darkside Droids for $2. Can't wait for the Fat Geralt DLC. That is the only character who I want to play in this game is Fat Geralt. I think we really need to figure out his history and his origin story. I think that'd be great. Too bad Neil Druckmann's already said there will be no DLC. Unfortunate.
So sad.
Very sad. Oh man, a couple more super chats. You guys, I'm falling behind. Thank you guys so much. What is that? Gene the Machine for $5. Do you think the reason why they changed the race of the doctor who Joel killed was so they can have another white female playable character? Ooh, it is true. The doctor in The Last of Us does appear to be black. And obviously Abby's not black and Abby's father's not black. I don't know why they did that. It is strange though. I've heard a lot of people talking about it lately. But
yeah, I heard some people talking about that in my latest video as well. So I'll have to look further into that because I'm all about making more Naughty Dog videos. Jeremy, you're making too many Naughty Dog videos, and I will continue to make Naughty Dog videos as long as they continue to give us things to talk about. Why not?
Yellow Flash 2's in the chat. What's up, Flash? Says Laura doesn't even have DMs open, so how does she get threats in her DMs?
That looked like
Instagram.
In Instagram, you can't shut your messages off.
Right.
So so I think that's what it was.
That's what it looked like to me as well. I can pull it up real quick and check because I still have
pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Instagram.
Yeah, that's Instagram. So, yep. That would explain it, but I haven't checked her out on Instagram though. And that's the thing. Laura Bailey is a really good voice actress, who I haven't heard anyone really talk about her performance. In it, I think she and Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker, Troy Baker in his cameo, all did really good jobs as voice actors for this game. I think that a lot of the hatred, unless voice actors come out and say something specifically, I think that it should be towards the people who made the decisions. Obviously, that hatred doesn't include fucking death threats for the millionth time. But if you're angry about it, I think it should be directed at Neil Druckmann.
Larry says there's no hate on Instagram. There is hate on Instagram. I've received it. I've received it directly in private messages. So I can only imagine. Like me, having a small following and getting the things that happen to me are nothing compared to what someone like, look, Laura Bailey is the actress that played Abby. Now, if you're an idiot, if you're a stupid retard that wants to send death threats to someone that played a voice actress, then that makes sense to look at how the internet works and how people are stupid and how people will say and do stupid things. And if I receive death threats at my little bitty, insignificant level, you can only imagine the reaction to how Abby has been and how you have a few weirdos out there that would definitely go after her. And I can only imagine that number being times 20 or 50 of what I get. You know what I mean? And no matter what, it stings no matter what. If you get death threats, it does sting. It does bother you. You know what I mean? Like it can't, because you always wonder. We go back to, what was that girl's name? Christina. It was a young girl. She was underage. She got killed by a fan. She was like this little young pop star.
Yeah.
Christina Grimley or whatever her name was, and like she was just at a signing and some guy drove states away and murdered her right there, so when you get these types of things, it does put concerns in the back of your head and it does make you worried. So that has to be acknowledged. But how Naughty Dog is handling it is my problem. It's not the fact that they're calling this behavior out. It's because they're acting like this is specific to them. and it's not. It's a problem that everyone who's on the internet who has any relevance whatsoever deals with. So if we're going to address the problem, then let's address the problem. Much like the police brutality, I'm not going to bring all that into it, but the problem is they act like it's isolated to one specific race, but they don't want to mention the Tony Tempas of the world or the Justine Damons or the guy that was in the fucking hallway laying down and the cops killed him, the white guy. You know what I mean? So is there a police brutality problem? Sure, absolutely. Is it specifically against black people? No. And that's where you lose me. So Naughty Dog, fuck off with you trying to act like this is all about you. It's not. But I am going to be bouncing here in just a second. So, I know you're going to bring some more people on, and I don't, I'm not big a star as a drunk 3PO. I don't know if I can.
I'm gonna send him the link. I don't know if he'll come on or not, but yeah,
he's way too handsome. And but if you guys want to go check out my new hats at geeksandgamers.com. That's fuck Disney's Star Wars. I custom made these. I'm a very talented individual. This took about 6 months of dedication. Let me show you what I did. So fuck Disney Star Wars. Now, this is something that only a high school dropout would know. All right. So you have to take an ink pen that writes, and then you write fuck Disney's with an apostrophe S, high school dropout. But then you have to put tape on the back. So then when you put it on the hat, it sticks and it's crooked. But that's what you get when you're a high school dropout that runs a very influential YouTube channel, as I do. I mean, I am making
very influential.
Happen. Yeah, I'm making miracles happen. I want to congratulate everyone. We have gotten this young and up and coming YouTuber named Brie Larson up to about 190,000 subscribers. That is solely because of me. I am the person that made Solo flop. I am also the person that made Captain Marvel get $1 billion, and I am now the person that has single-handedly made Brie Larson a YouTube star. Thank you all.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Jeremy. I appreciate it. We didn't plan on it. I didn't even know about the stuff in your video. So that's pretty funny.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So you're my brother. You always will be. And yeah, man, I'll see you tonight for the Mario Kart stream. I know you're looking forward to it.
I fucking forgot about that.
He's been sending me hearts and rainbows all day. And I'm like, Ryan, are you okay? Are you okay? And he's like, yeah, man, I'm really inspired for Mario Kart tonight. And I was like, all right, cool, man. So
I've literally just been sleeping all day. He's fucking lying.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one. I'm sorry to Ryan's viewers if I insulted you. That's just how I am. I'm very sarcastic. I don't mean what I say when I tell you to go fuck yourself, unless you're actually a little bitch. Then I mean it. But if you're someone that can roll with it, then we're good.
I did see before you go, I got a super chat here from Justin Proper. Says Jeremy's wearing his usual hat. Maybe he'll remember who Gary is today. #, never forget.
I don't even know who he's talking about. I really don't. What I do remember is that Justin Proper, I should pull that video up right now, but I'm not going to do it right now. Justin, the next time I make a video that I know is going to hit 100, maybe 200,000 views, I'm gonna end it with that clip of you where all that shit falls behind you.
Yeah, takes his hat off.
Yeah, yeah, so good. But anyway, everybody have a good one. Smash the melee button. Send lots of super chats and fuck Naughty Dog. Bye.
Awesome. Peace, Jeremy. Thanks for being here. All right, there we go. I'm sending the link out to some more peeps as well. I didn't expect Jeremy to come on. So let me get through some of these super chat guys. Thank you so much for all the super chats. I do really appreciate it. Joshua Sam for $4.99 says, I don't know if I can join today's Mario Kart stream because I have an important midterm tomorrow, but I'll try to join for a while to beat Ryan and Jeremy. Well, fuck. God, I've been drinking a lot of beer. Joshua Sam, I appreciate that. I appreciate if you won't be there. Come in for a race or two, beat us, have your fun, then fucking leave so I can finish better. Thank you for the super chat. Biggles for $2. I want in on the karaoke accounts. You want to be part of the Geeks and Gamers karaoke channel? God. Great Ghost for $5. Again, thank you, Great Ghost. Here's another $5 towards buying an even bigger bag to hold all the dicks the haters can keep eating. YouTube wouldn't let me spell the word dick. Well, cheers, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Melissa Lord for $2. Hi, Ryan. This love the stream as always. Hey, Jeremy. Hashtag go Gators. Yeah, Jeremy, I don't think he like hates Florida. He's a big Alabama fan. He hates Auburn. I know that. But thank you. We got a Gator chomp in chat from Melissa. Vake for $5. SJW's cancel culture and identity politics is a byproductive of flat currency and can only be solved through sound money such as gold or Bitcoin. So SJW's cancel culture and identity politics is a byproduct of fiat, not flat. Sorry, it's really low. Fiat currency. All right, that makes more sense. Like flat currency. They're a byproduct of going off the gold standard, huh? Interesting, Vake. Appreciate the thoughts in the super chat. Chris Swain, $5. Jeremy told us on Friday night that Gary has a big penis. Did you know that about your internet dad? Well, you know, Jeremy's above average. Gary's got a big dick, so that all bodes well for when we're talking about what they passed down to me. So it's all good in my book. We got someone here. I think they have something to share too. Mara, how are you doing?
I'm good, and since you can't wear the top,
yes, fuck Naughty Dog. It finally got there. Mara has her fuck Naughty Dog shirt. Thank you, Mara. That's fucking awesome. It finally got there.
It only took like a month at least. No, actually longer since I ordered it, and then it said it shipped June 9th. So now it's like July 5th. So almost a month to get here once it's shipped.
That is a little bit long, but Teespring is a little unreliable at times, but at least it's more reliable than the drunk 3PO postal service, which is yet to get you your leggings yet. So
yeah, well, he has yet to send them. So
yes. I got a couple super chats here to get through. I read Justin's. Joshua Sam for $1.99 says it's sad that the last Star Wars I loved was Episode 3 from 2005. Well, that is sad, but I think there's a lot of people in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. I loved Revenge of the Sith, so I got that poster sitting up there. Yeah, there's still great Star Wars stories, though. I did a stream over on my live channel yesterday, Joshua, where I talked about Jedi Search from the expanded universe. We did a book club review of it. It was a really awesome job. So if you guys want to catch more of those, of those expanded universe book club reviews, things like that, make sure you go over to my live channel where we also archive all the live streams, but also we do cool stuff like that. And then Caldwin for $1.99 says, "Don't fuck Naughty Dog. Never put your dick in crazy." Nice, Caldwin. Nice. Justin Proper, $5. Thanks, Justin. Says, "Thank you, Ryan, for reading my last super chat before he left. He can show the video of me as much as he wants, but at least I remember who Gary is." Yeah, I don't know who made that little clip. I don't know who it was that made that clip, but it was fucking funny. Where it just the Jeremy has stopped working or whatever. What? So how are you doing today, Mara? Other than really exhilarated that your shirt got here.
I don't know how hot it is for you, but it got into the 90s here where I live. So I've basically just been staying indoors as much as possible today. And then finishing up schoolwork.
Yeah, nice.
But pretty much it.
Like for me, I've told this before. When I see a super sticker from Jane Theory, $5, a little fox or a corgi or a squirrel that says bravo and it's clapping. So thank you very much for the sticker, Jane. I appreciate that. I do have an announcement to make too. I've received something in my DMs, some vile messages. I'm going to put them on blast too. It's from Blue Eyed Scorpio. It says, "I'm going to fucking kill you. You ruined Darth Maul for me." So Blue Eyed Scorpio, I heard you. I'm going to put you on blast. But there you go. But yeah, so what do you make of the Laura Bailey, Neil Druckmann, and Naughty Dog over the past 24 hours or so? Really showing everything, being trying to, in my opinion, what they're trying to do is really shift the focus off of people complaining about the story and shift it onto toxic fans. What's your opinions on it?
Well, I pretty much agree. Like, not only like shifted on to the toxic fandom, because basically this is nothing new when it comes to them trying to paint the gaming community as like some big well of toxicity, pretty much, but also kind of shift focus away from the fact that the game sales after the million sales for the first 3 days dropped 80% in the UK and then 85% in Japan and so forth. So they're kind of want to shift away from that as well. I do also agree that out of the myriad of support tweets that Laura Bailey got for her to share the 5 or 6 death threats, as disgusting as they were, and no one should face those death threats. I don't care who you are. Basically, I don't she voiced a character in a game that people don't like. There are plenty of people who voice characters in games I don't like. Pretty much, you don't threaten the voice actor, but at the same time, it's all about spinning whatever narrative they can. Doesn't matter if they legitimately believe it or not. I doubt very seriously that they do, but they're going to spin it any way possible to take the attention off of them and off of the dwindling sales and off the fact that they're going to have to go up against Ghost of Tsushima in like a week thereabouts, not even at this point.
Yeah, well, and I don't think that Ghost of Tsushima is going to sell anywhere near what this game sold.
No,
I know there's a lot of people who are hoping it will, but Ghost of Tsushima is a new franchise. You know what I mean? It's as awesome as it looks. It's a new thing. Last of Us Part 2 it's 7 years of buildup for it. And I think when you look at one of the things they were hailing, that 4 million in sales, beating Spider-Man PS4. Spider-Man PS4 had a pretty small drop off of, I believe, 42% in the UK and like 35% in Japan was its second week drop. Now Spider-Man PS4 has gone on to sell 13.5 million copies or something like that over the almost 2 years since it's been released. But we're gonna have to see if this is gonna have the staying power. And it's also important to note 2 things with these sales numbers. One, it is shipments, not sales. So we've seen some pictures start floating around of especially places in other countries, not ours, where they have like sales where if you buy 3 games, we'll just give you Last of Us 2 for free, or just stacks and stacks of Last of Us 2 sitting there with no one to sell to because everyone ordered them, assuming that there was going to be a ton of demand, not realizing that the used secondhand market was going to be flooded with copies after people didn't like what this game had to give them. And also digital sales. They, for some reason, digital sales, they don't count those, even though it would be pretty easy. Like, I feel like that's a really easy number to keep track of, how many digital sales there are. Digital sales do not count towards these numbers. So with everything going on, I assume that more people have bought digitally because they don't want to go out, and just more people are buying digitally as it is. So those are all things we'll have to factor in at the end of the day when it comes to sales, to be fair to Naughty Dog. But I definitely think that this screams of trying to control the narrative. And I like what you said, right? It's because that was kind of my feelings too, that as disgusting as those were, it's a very small, it's a microscopic portion of the fan base that is ridiculous, right? That is like, who is going to sit there and say that I think that voice actors should get death threats? No one is going to say that.
Well, no sane person is going to hear that and think that you're saying that, pretty much.
Right.
Or just someone that wants to spin whatever you say for whatever also narrative that they want to push, pretty much. Like, you're going to always have someone or some people out there that have an agenda of some sorts, and if it doesn't fit, whatever you say doesn't fit into their agenda, they twist it, or they manipulate, let's say like a video that you do, and they manipulate it in a way to make it look like you actually said what they claim you say when in fact you didn't. So, and it's like I said with the gaming community, this like not just like Last of Us 2, but this is like really nothing new, where the people who want to paint all of us as toxic will pick out 1 or 2 instances of like pretty much assholes on the internet and try to say the whole community is toxic. Like it's like or that like women we feel threatened or something in the gaming community or something like that because the male gaze or whatever, or guys are always assholes to us and things like that. And I'm like, I've been a gamer for pretty much almost my entire life, and there's a level of shit talking that goes on. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
Are some things disgusting? Yeah, but it's shit talking most of the time.
Yeah, it's just like me and Lethal, right? It's fucking me and Lethal. Mm-hmm. We're calling each other fucking assholes or cunts or whatever all the time. So that's just part of it. We do have a super chat from Larry for $2. Hail Mara Jade, the brains of the outfit. Fuck Naughty Dog. Well,
right, I have to take a call. My sister's trying to call me. Sorry. I'll mute myself.
That's all right. Well, we got the merch off screen for a second, but you know what? Let's bring the merch back on screen since I can't wear it. There's someone else who can. My Nerdy Home, Steph is here. She also got her Fuck Naughty Dog shirt. What's going on, Steph? How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys? I haven't been on stream in a while. Yeah. Look. Oh.
Yay. Yes. There it is, guys. Listen, if you can't be convinced from Steph and Mara by wearing this, I don't know what can convince you. So that's basically all I can do at this point. This is the best marketing I could possibly have. So if you're interested and want to go check it out, I appreciate all the support from you guys, whether it's from whether it's the merchandise, whether it's just watching the stream, smashing the like button, sharing it out there, super chats, channel members, all that shit. I do really appreciate it, guys. So that's Dark Side Droids. That's getting clipped out.
Whatever.
Oh man. All right. Now, Steph, you have been watching. Oh my God. No, listen, I can take a lot of criticisms online. Don't call me that, please. Please, God, no. Please, God, no, Chris. There we go. Make bikini merch. Well, I don't know if Teespring does that. I don't know what the demand would be, but if people want it, I'll find a way to make it happen, Adam O.
Yeah, I still say Geeks and Gamers should do like that lingerie because literally the symbol would make a perfect brassiere.
Oh yeah.
Just one here and one here.
Yeah.
And then what'll go on the bottoms though? It'd be
you don't need a design on the bottom.
But just as like Raylos are weird going.
No,
down.
Maybe something on the back.
No.
Oh my God.
I don't know, boomerang or something like that. Just something like you guys say on your streams.
So someone said no bottoms needed.
Oh, that's true. Well, no tops are needed either then. Cancel Venom for the $2 Canadian super chat. Voice actors shouldn't get fake death threats either. Well, they shouldn't get real ones or fake ones. Like I said, I have no reason. So look at Steph right now. She comes in and she's got this like Instagram filter going on in her background. That's pretty crazy. But she hates the attention. But so I'm sure that Mara can tell you similar things. And Steph has been on YouTube for a while as well. You get fucking comments that'll make your skin crawl and shit like that of what people will say to you. So I do believe that all these are real.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past some people, not Naughty Dog themselves, but I wouldn't put it past some people who are insane fans, just like there's insane people on the critic side and on the fan side. I wouldn't put it past some insane fans to kind of like create an account to make it look like someone was doing something, but I have no reason to believe that these death threats are anything other than, actual insane people. But,
it becomes a problem when the voice actress shines a light on them. That's when it becomes an issue. We receive messages in our DMs. Everybody does, but we don't really acknowledge them. You can ignore them. And I guarantee, she even said that the positivity outweighs the negativity. So why shine a light on the negativity if you're not, it's like you said, if you're not trying to spin a certain narrative, shift the focus. So it's not, I'm not advocating for it. It's not a good thing that she's, that she's getting these threats. No one should ever get threats like that. But at the same time, it shouldn't be the focus. If you're proud of what you did, if you're proud of what you accomplished, shine the light on that. Shine the, say good things about the game, good things that you like about what you created, not anything negative.
Yeah. Well, I see a lot of people complaining that there's not enough toxicity on the panel. Now that Jeremy left, so we did need to bring another Geeks and Gamers boy into the chat. Jay. Drunk 3PO is here. Are you wearing a Superman shirt?
Yeah.
Nice. How was your 4th of July?
There's a lot of drinking.
Yeah, you look tired.
Yeah, carried over to the second day. A lot of food. It's nice when you're rich and you have a trust fund and you have, rich relatives and all that stuff.
Well, that's nice. I didn't know that. When can I come visit, Jay?
Okay.
Yeah, you've been asking to come visit me.
I was just kidding. No, it was nice. It was nice. It was nice to get out of the house. So I look like Superman right now. I don't feel like him. You can hear it in my voice.
Yeah, I can definitely hear that is the hangover still lingering voice.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like Kingdom Come Superman.
Yeah, I don't think I've changed my shirt in like 3 days. So
gross.
It's been that kind of party. Yeah.
Trust fund drunk 3PO baby.
Yeah, no, that's just a joke. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. That's still the drinking voice. Yeah. I got plenty of water. I'm all right. It was fun though, man. It was like, I think it was like we were all like, Florida was they were kind of like, don't do anything crazy, but all the neighbors and everyone else were like, man, the hell with that, man. We're celebrating. And like it went crazy. The crazy thing is like people that I didn't even know would come over to the house, and like bring food and drinks and it was like a giant block party. So it was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome.
And I also I see Space Windu in the chat. He gave a super chat. I missed it on the StreamYards, but he says, wear it, F Naughty Dog. That's right. And I do have to thank Space Windu. Space Windu is the one who designed this logo, guys. Space Windu has a YouTube channel where they basically like make custom lightsabers and shit. Sometimes they just talk Star Wars. Really cool guy. I'm going to find a link to his channel and put it in there because he is awesome. And it was awesome for him to make this logo. But Jay, what do you think? I don't know if you've been drinking a lot, if you've kept up with all of it, but about all the kind of this focus going on to the death threats aspect of what's going on.
Well,
right
I mean, my best scenario, I get death threats at least once a month.
I got the link.
And we kind of laugh at them. Like sometimes we'll put them in our chat,
Yeah.
And just be like, wow, look at this dude who wants to kill me.
Yeah.
I think the worst that I ever got it was going on that guy's podcast and the whole freaking mob showed up. That stupid turd around the galaxy podcast. And they showed up and like the death threats were like constant. I mean, they were like, tell him you're not going on. Tell him like, it was just like, it was ridiculous. It got so bad. That's the only time I locked my Twitter account for like 3 weeks. Like that was it. Cause that was a little new to me, but I didn't, it's funny because when I talked to Jeremy about all these death threats, it was actually Ethan Van Sciver who reached out to me and just saying, dude, just ignore it. It's the SJW mob that's going to come in and say all this crap. And then they'll move on to the next thing. So he's like, don't give them the attention they want. So I was like, all right. So I I didn't want to like post it out there. We've all wanted to kill Drunk at one point, truth be told. Says in the chat. I hear you.
It's TBA, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, to be honest. God, sorry.
What did he say?
I play Mario Kart later. Boy, that's gonna be a disaster.
He said, "Truth be told."
I know. Listen. All right.
Truth behold.
Well,
But yeah, so like it was actually EVS who was like, hey, don't just they're like, it's just all talk. And he was like showing me like his death threat. He gets death threats all the time. And he's like, I don't choose to, he doesn't really post them out as much as he was just like, whatever. He just lets it go. So anyway.
Yeah.
The first time it happens, though, I will say this. The first time it happens, it's a little shocking. It's a little shocking. You're just kind of like, wow, you know? And then it becomes a regular thing.
Yeah.
It's
and
like,
that
oh, there's
doesn't-
another one. That's cool.
And again, it doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make
No,
it okay.
exactly.
But it's just when you make yourself even a somewhat semi-public figure and put your opinion out there, there's going to be people that disagree with you. And there's on the internet is a place where it doesn't matter how crazy you are, how you know what is fucked up about you. You have the same amount of voice that someone else can have. So and with complete anonymity most of the time. So people can say whatever they want with no kind of like fear of repercussion. And it is unfortunate, one of the things that happens, but again, doesn't make it right, but it happens a lot. Sorry that Laura Bailey got these, but I do think that this whole thing was to get attention for victimhood and to shift the focus off the actual criticisms of The Last of Us Part 2 onto toxic gamers. That's what I think that's where I think we're going. So
well, yeah, it was very convenient timing. You know,
yeah, I'm wearing a shirt
because I agree with you. You're a figure.
Ryan. See,
there it is. Fuck Naughty Dog. That's all right, Jay.
That's all right. I have other shirts. I have other shirts of yours. I have other shirts of yours that I wear out to Disney World, so people can be like, "Who's that? Who's the cute guy shirt you're wearing over at Disney?" I was like, "Yeah, he loves Disney. Buy a shirt."
Oh my god.
Why do I believe that you would say something like that?
What's that?
What's that?
Why do I believe you would say something like that?
Because it's funny. It's funny. The world doesn't laugh anymore, man. I have to laugh for it. So anything I could do to make myself laugh at Ryan's expense is a good thing.
Oh yes.
I only did one bad thing for Ryan. I made that stroke face sticker for my Twitch. That's quite popular.
The what face?
The stroke face. Stroke face Ryan.
He's wearing my fedora, and his smile's a little crooked.
That's right.
People love throwing that sticker on my Twitch channel. I was like, well, there it is. You know.
Darkside Droid says, "Oh look, it's the intoxicated bot." We are streaming Mario Kart on the Geeks and Gamers Twitch tonight in about 2 hours from now. So 2 hours from now. Does anyone remember laughter? Says Jerron Jones. Yeah.
Apparently not. Everybody is way too serious now.
Why so serious? Septian says, I watched Joe Vargas play the end of the game. He fucking lost. Yeah, I enjoyed watching Angry Joe play this game and his reactions. I also really enjoyed his review, about 50 minutes. It was really in-depth. And again, Angry Joe talked about all the things that he fucking despised about the story. Then he talked about all of the things that he thought this game did incredibly, incredibly well and ended up with a 6 out of 10. So I think it was a fair review. I really do. Yeah,
I think like I've said that on Metacritic, if you were to get rid of like the review bombing on both sides of the spectrum, basically the negative and the positive, overly positive, I imagine the game would probably fall somewhere between the 5 and 6 range. From everyone that I've seen giving like fair reviews of the game, have been like middling of the road in terms of quality. Like overall,
is that me or is Mara turning to robot voice?
It's not just
She did. Yeah.
Oh.
Mara's internet.
If it helps you concentrate, Mara, I don't have any pants on right now, so because it's kind of hot over here.
That doesn't help her concentrate.
Drunk, you need to send Mara her leggings. You know what? I will be sending them this week. It's a promise. Before Saturday, they will be in the mail because I've got some other stuff to send out, and her name was top on my list. So yeah. Yeah.
Metacritic.
Congratulations, Mara. I want booty shots and all that stuff.
I said it would be my first unboxing video, and that was 8 months ago. So maybe at some point it will be my first unboxing video.
I know you keep reminding me. I am sending them because I owe other people's shirts. So I was like, I'm gonna pick a day. I might have to get you on a stream to make sure I have your address right.
I'm trying to find somebody did a really good breakdown. They scraped every single review off Metacritic.
Is that on Reddit?
Yeah, they put it on Reddit, but they posted the links to the Excel files where all the data was. One where they scraped all the reviews and that information, then all the graphs they put it into. And what they did was they took a look at all the ones and zeros and all the tens, and like when they came from, and showed that there was a lot of zeros spammed the first day, but there was also a lot of 10 spam the first day. And basically looked at it and said, when you toss out the top scores and the bottom scores, right, that are overwhelmingly 62% of the scores for this games are either 10s or zeros. So just people out there spamming 10s, people out there spamming zeros. When you take those out and you look at the rest of them and kind of add it all together, you get around a 60% user score, which I think is pretty fair and honestly makes a lot of sense. And they also took a look at the amount of words used per review. And for the zeros and the 10s, it was really low. For the 6 and the 5 and the 4, it was incredibly high. It was like tiered down, Those are the people that put the most thought into the game. So,
someone offered me $200 to play the game. And I'm like, I told him no. I said, out of respect for my friend Ryan, I'm not going to play the game. Plus, I suck at video games too. I mean, I don't get it. So maybe if they make a Last of Us 2 Lego edition, maybe that might be something we could
Lego Abby.
If I'm just rambling on stuff that's not important, Ryan, please feel free to mute because it's been a great weekend. So I don't know. All right, never mind.
I didn't know you're done. My bad. I thought you were still rambling. But I think that you said someone offered you I said that Subhuman offered me $500 to play it, and
oh really? It wasn't Subhuman that offered me. Thanks a lot, Subhuman. He didn't offer me. It was
Archangel.
Yeah.
I just like. The reason that I decided not to play this game was after what they did to my channel, Geeks and Gamers, Gaming with Geeks, Lethal, Mara, everybody that was hit with these false copyright strikes. Then and there, I said that I will not play it. I have sat down and I've obviously watched everyone streaming it. I watched there's actually a really good, if you just want to experience the story, there's about a 14-hour video on YouTube that you can check out.
Joshua, $2,000? You're going to give me $2,000 to play a video game on my Twitch channel.
Who is?
Come on, bro. You wouldn't send me $2,000. Actually, I'll do it for $2,000.
Oh my god!
I'll split the money with Ryan. I'll give Ryan $1,000, and I'll keep $1,000.
I don't want it.
That'll pay for my trip. That'll cover my trip to go to California and hang out with him. So thanks, Naughty Dog, for covering my expenses to go hang out. So.
Darthano says $200,000.
Now you're just throwing out stuff.
Caleb Simmons for $2. What should they do in a part 3? I don't think I don't think that they should do a part 3 at this point.
They should call it The Rise of Abby. That's what they should call it. After the rise of Skywalker.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Since it's heading in the same direction.
Ellie's all alone because it was she lost everything going after Abby. So what would they follow Abby and Lev on their adventure? Like who really wants that?
I think that I think what we're going to see from this is very much like Game of Thrones season 8, where before Game of Thrones ended, there was a bunch of hype, right? A bunch of hype surrounding this game or surrounding that show. It had the most viewers of all time watching the final season, and they had five, whether they were prequels or spinoffs in the works at HBO. After they split the fan base, after so many people hated the ending, even though a lot of people tuned in, all those got canceled.
Yep.
All of them got canceled because there was no longer the desire after they kind of ruined the franchise, at least on TV. There wasn't a demand for that anymore. And I think we saw a similar thing with The Last Jedi to The Rise of Skywalker. With The Last Jedi, making 1.3, 1.4 billion, The Rise of Skywalker just barely creeping over $1 billion, and now Disney likely to just stay away from the sequel trilogy for forever. What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry. Judson Coase says The Last of Us 3 fingers left. That is so funny.
That is pretty fucking funny.
Your chat is pretty good. Sorry, man. I'm a little slow.
No, you're good. The Last of Us 3 fingers left. I like that. Well, and I think the only thing that they could do to get people interested was if they did a story about Joel and Tommy, and like their years before The Last of Us. That's the only thing I think that
prequel, like a prequel.
A prequel.
Mm-hmm. That's the only. But at the same time, it'd be like the same way a lot of people feel about seeing Luke Skywalker pop up in The Mandalorian or the Obi-Wan series. Like, okay, I love Luke Skywalker, but now I know in this canon how he's gonna end up. Like, not really interested in seeing much of his story anymore, And that's kind of how I might feel about Joel. But I don't know.
And that's the dilemma.
Yep.
That's their dilemma. They would have to make it really, really good, but you already know the outcome, so it's like, what's the point in playing it?
Yeah, there's that. Ellie lost everything, including a quarter of her fingers. 20%, yeah. I guess it depends how many fingers she had to start with. What is this? Missed comment. Who missed a comment? I saw some videos about Laura Bailey's threats. I feel something fishy about them. They could be fake or cherry picked. What do you think? I don't think they're fake. I do definitely think they're
cherry picked. Yeah.
I mean, like she even said herself that the vast majority of everything has been positive. So they're 100% cherry picked. Those were specifically, threats that she got that she wanted to put out there. Again, the vast majority of her interaction with her have been positive from people. So I don't think they're fake. But
no, because there are people crazy enough out there to be so emotionally and mentally invested in a game that they have to lash out at everyone involved in the process, even though that person is just voicing a character. Yeah. Most people are on the rational end of the spectrum where it's like, okay, they hate the game, that's it, and they just move on.
Yeah, well, and I think, again, the reason I think this is happening is to discredit the legitimate criticisms of this game, make it about toxic gamers. Justin Proper for $2. How's the 100? I'm afraid to start this season. It's not very good.
No, it's not.
But you got to finish it.
Yeah.
You got to finish it, unfortunately.
We missed this last episode. Are we going to be doubling up on the episodes? Okay.
It's fine with me. Qui-Gon Gimli, The Last of Us 3, Search for the Left-Handed Guitar. All right. But I did kind of want to wrap up on the Last of Us 2 stuff.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Oh,
I think I got that song. Abby's gonna die. Abby's gonna die. Isn't that what PewDiePie sang?
Yeah. Bitch.
I can get it, but y'all know I don't curse.
I know.
F that bitch. F that bitch. Abby's gonna die. I think I have the note. It was like AF. I was gonna play that. If I wasn't so hungover, I probably would nail it for you.
and
That was gonna be my gift to you. That was gonna be my gift to you, Ryan.
and that's what I mean, right? I've seen people taking what Angry Joe said about the reviews, taking jokes like that PewDiePie has made, saying that contributes to the atmosphere that allows people to send death threats.
Mhm.
Go fuck yourselves if you actually think that way. People are free to voice their opinions, even if they hate this game. It is not anyone's responsibility what some fucking crazy person decides to do because how they feel. So I refuse to fucking submit to that kind of fucking thought process. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit, probably going to go for, 20 minutes, maybe more. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some more information that we got about the Snyder Cut of Justice League and possibly a little teaser that Zack Snyder has put out there after all these Batfleck returning rumors. Jay, as the person who has not as much invested in this as anyone else, would you like to see Batfleck back for a movie or a series on HBO Max?
Yes. Yeah, he actually was my favorite Batman. So I would love to see him back. I also would love to see Michael Keaton back. So in some kind of role. So I think that would be I think it would be cool. I think my issue is that I don't think Ben Affleck never got to finish his story as Batman. Because Christian Bale, he got his story as Batman. Michael Keaton kind of got his story as Batman, and I think Ben Affleck's story with Batman isn't finished yet. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah,
like very done his ending.
Yeah.
Well, the crazy thing is they wanted to pay Christian Bale, like when the DCU started up again, they wanted to pay him like so much money to be Batman in the. Did you guys know about that, right? So they wanted Christian Bale to keep playing Batman in a couple more films, but he rejected it. So and this is who we ended up with. So I feel like
better Batman Bale.
His Batman closed. Like he had his trilogy and that was cool, and now it's closed. So I think Ben deserves to get his story told as his Batman.
I think he's an arguably better Batman than Christian Bale was. I'm not as big a fan as other people are. He was the Nolan trilogy. I think like they're good, like overall decent films. But
I think he's definitely was the best Bruce Wayne we ever had.
Yeah, like Bruce Wayne, yeah, but Batman, I'm like, not really, no. And I have other issues with the films, but I'm not going to go into those.
Well, I think that the Chris Nolan movies are really good movies. And they, in a lot of ways, I think that they helped lead into the huge commercial success of Spider-Man, and the Batman movies really led, I think, the MCU into feeling like they could create this thing that they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that was one of the big stepping stones. Like I said, I really like Affleck's Batman way more than Christian Bale's Batman, from whether it just be the combat, whether it be the kind of tone of the movies. Christian Bale did an incredible job. There were a lot of things about his Batman I wasn't necessarily a fan of, but the movies are still really fucking good. Just not what I would have necessarily chosen in some ways. But this here is a little interesting. Now, Zack Snyder tweets this out. Excited that the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition is now streaming on HBO Max. Originally, when HBO Max launched, they only had the theatrical cut, which people are like, why the fuck would I want to watch this? But then they are just put the Ultimate Edition out, and Zack Snyder's director's cut of Batman v Superman, and it has Batfleck on it. Of course, he's real. He's on HBO Max. Now, this
He looks fucking badass right there.
Yeah.
That's from the nightmare sequence, right?
Yeah.
But this comes after a week where there was a lot of talk. Now, this comes from the Cultured Nerd. Shout out Cultured Nerd. Ben Affleck possibly returning as Batman for future Zack Snyder projects. It's a great time to be a DC fan. Has been a common thread we've seen on social media for the past month or so you couldn't be more right. Ben Affleck could be back to team up with Zack Snyder for future projects. Sources close to the Cultured Nerd have revealed that Ben Affleck is indeed returning and he has already signed a new contract. There are other people that have heard the same reports regarding that. On Lightcast, which it's a cool channel if you haven't checked it out before, Taylor Murphy, who works over at Cultured Nerd, discussed the news. It's about a 10 or 20-minute conversation. If you guys have time to check it out, I would do so. But basically, he talks about how the future for DC is really a multiverse. So not just Robert Pattinson's Batman, not just Ben Affleck's Batman, but both of them, along with Michael Keaton's Batman. So I think that there's a real possibility that we really will get this announced soon. I'm still not 100% sold on it. Like the sources have told these guys that it's happening, but until I hear it from Zach or Ben, it's going to take me a while. But I'm really hopeful that these reports are accurate. And this announcement makes you think, like, is he teasing that? Of course he's real. He's on HBO Max.
I've always thought if anybody could get Ben Affleck to come back, because he got so burned with what happened during Justice League, it would be Zack Snyder. It would be him to have him come back.
Well, with all these reports about Mr. Wheaton, maybe that's another reason why he didn't want to come back.
And he has been looking
speculation. People
really
speculate.
Well, that and like Zach, if he would come back for Zack Snyder, and for I would imagine a promise. What?
You robot.
My name is Mara Jade. I'm a robot.
She left. You guys made fun of her. I wasn't even me.
I always do that.
So, better?
Yeah.
All right. That come back for Zack Snyder, but also I would imagine somewhat of a promise from Warner Brothers that Jeff Johns and company would be steer clear of any of the production, basically. That's what I would imagine. Like he would want Zack Snyder and Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck would want Zack Snyder and somewhat creative control himself for the film because he wrote the script.
Yeah. Well, and I think that here's the reason. I see Will in chat being skeptical. I'm skeptical too, but at the same time, I really can't believe y'all buying these rumors. None of it's going to happen. It's the same thing we heard about the Snyder Cut. And these people talking are the same people who had inside information about the Snyder Cut. So that's why I do think there's a little bit of, you can't just dismiss it. But no, like I said, Chris, they wouldn't be canceling Pattinson. Robert Pattinson would still be doing his Batman stuff.
Yeah. Give him a chance, you guys.
Well, and the thing is, the ending, right? The ending of this Justice League, the original end credit scene. We've heard Joe Manganiello talk about it before. It's when Deathstroke was breaking Lex Luthor out of prison, and basically how the movie is supposed to fucking end in the end credit scene is for Deathstroke and Batman facing off, about to fucking fight, which was supposed to lead into Ben Affleck's Batman movie, which was going to be focused on Batman and Deathstroke. So that is one thing too, that it would be strange, for the Snyder Cut, if it did end that way, to lead into nothing. You know what I mean? So either they might cut that out completely so it doesn't lead into anything, or they might have plans to do a limited, a TV series or something like that on HBO Max. 4 episodes of whatever that movie was supposed to be, but who knows? Who knows at this point what all this could mean? Spoilers, yeah, I guess. Darkside Droids complaining about his gym being closed.
Your gym is closed, Ryan?
Darkside Droids is mine opened back up. Somebody had Corona in it. So they closed it down for a couple days so they could clean it or some shit. I don't care. I said let me in.
Oh God.
What? I don't care.
I'll be at mine tomorrow. I can't wait. Yeah.
Nice. That'd be awesome. But that wasn't the only thing we heard from Zack Snyder yesterday. He also went on to Vero and had a couple things to say. We know that Zack Snyder likes to put a lot of information out on Vero.
Yeah.
There's a whole thread of shit from Scott McClellan.
Show me, because I missed all of that. I haven't been paying attention to anything.
I'm about to show everybody.
All right.
So Jad Balani, assuming your cut of Justice League somehow got released back in 2017, how different, God, fucking beer burps, from the one that we're going to see in 2021? I mean, have you made certain compromises in order to release your cut, or are we going to see it exactly like you intended it to be seen? No compromises, or no compromise, Muscle. 2017 was all compromise. So that's what he puts out. And he continues to answer more shit. Hey, boss, want to break Twitter and confirm Steppenwolf has his original design in your Justice League? Is that not well known? I'm confirming that Steppenwolf is going to look so freaking stupid about, or on, in his cut. It's going to look just like it did at the end of BVS when Lex Luthor was actually communicating with Steppenwolf, which I think is pretty cool. I think it looks a lot better. He clarified this. Why does Superman have the red and blue suit in the Nightmare scenario? When Superman succumbs to the anti-life equation, he returns to the red and blue suit. So just a bunch of information that we're getting about Snyder Cut and everything that's happened. Tupac Shakur's in chat. I knew he was alive.
I knew it.
Yeah. So you're all making great points. I've never seen such an in-depth of you guys' views like this. Well, thanks. I'm glad. I'm glad you're here, man.
California love.
Let's see. Nightmare sequence. This is just this is.
Oh my God.
He's like, I love Batfleck. I wonder where he got the trench coat from. Probably just pull it off some dead guy. Now this one is interesting too. This tells us how actively they're working on this right now. When asked if he's working on visual effects, fuck yes, so deep in it.
Wow.
So you can apply that to a lot of different phrases, but this is specifically about visual effects. So they're obviously actively working on the film. The pandemic is not slowing them down too much. I like this. Zack Snyder, will Jonathan Kent appear one more time in your Justice League movie? So Kevin Costner, another potential, kind of vision or Superman, speaking to his father through his own consciousness. Wink face. Now that is something I have never heard about this movie.
Yeah.
I had never heard that Kevin Costner was involved in any part of it. So that is something that would be pretty interesting, because I do feel like I know most of what this movie is going to be, but there's definitely some secrets that Zack still kept.
I would kind of like to see at least a little bit of this, because you had Jonathan Kent in Man of Steel being the the whole don't reveal yourself side, like the I don't want to say paranoia, but basically keeping Superman from letting everybody know that hey I'm not human situation. So I would like to see, like, at this point in the juncture where Clark Kent is on his progression to becoming Superman, having like another conversation with his father.
Yeah, because he had one in BVS.
You mean like Kylo Ren?
He made an appearance in BVS, so he's always kind of been there for Clark in a way.
Hope it's not that bad.
It would make sense for him to come back. Maybe he. Oh no, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah. But I think it would be better than Rise of Palpatine and Harrison Ford coming back in and not giving a shit if he shaved or not.
Oh my God.
That's what Jay was just talking about. Harrison Ford coming back for Kylo Ren. I don't know. I don't know. I think that,
it ain't gonna be that bad. Don't worry. Zack Snyder knows what he's doing. He's not Ryan Johnson or any of these people. So
Comic Book Craig Movies says, this is my first live stream with you guys and gals. I'm so stoked for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Fuck yeah. Oh shit, I could have worn that shirt. I could have worn my
I know, my shirt's over in my room. I should have put that one on.
I should have put this one on since we were talking Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Damn. But, do we need an outfit change? No, we don't need that.
I have my shirt
I'm wearing a Superman shirt. Does that count?
That does count. We should be seeing another teaser before DC Fandom. Yes. So
probably need to go on the watch.
So DC Fandom and is in August, and then Justice Con is late July. There are rumors that this Ben Affleck announcement, if it happens, we're going to hear it in between there at some point. So it's going to be interesting to see if that happens. But I'm glad you're here. You're here. And yes, of course, another teaser that we saw, like the Dark Side one. God, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
$2 super chat from Canceled Venom says Snyder Cut. Batfleck turns into Val Kilmer.
Oh my god.
I hope not. But maybe. Now, on to this. Now, I think this is about music. It'll be awesome to see Come Together playing in the first trailer of Zack Snyder's Justice League, bring back the amazing memories for the 2017 disaster. I have something better than Come Together. So I did.
Why did you highlight that?
I had to highlight it to get the other highlighted thing off the screen. It was just the first thing I clicked. But yeah. Now, we getting the Junkie XL score for Justice League. Fuck yes. And like we have said, Junkie XL told us over a year ago that he was done with the score for Zack Snyder's Justice League. But again, that wasn't enough for a lot of the doubters. They said, no one was like, hey, why would you finish a score for something that's never coming out? No, people are just like, oh, whatever, bro. It's not happening. Of course, it is happening, and it is happening with Junkie XL. Hans Zimmer's 2 piano notes are in there as well. So many things. Just cover a couple more of these that I thought were relevant. Does Cyborg have a nightmare vision where Superman is destroying the world under Darkseid's authority? Some moments before Clark opens his eyes and flies out of the ship when the League drops the mother box on him. Wink.
Jesus.
So he's not confirming it. He's not confirming it.
Yeah.
But he's not denying it. So I think we all know what that means. This is the last one we'll look at. Hey, Zach, is the black suit that appears behind Superman in the deleted scene in the scout ship the design for the suit he actually wears? Not quite. That was done without me trying to use my design, but they got it a bit wrong. So talking about one of like the 2 deleted scenes that we got in Justice League, which was him spying the black suit but deciding not to take it. A lot of things to be excited about in regards to Zack Snyder's Justice League and the hints that he's dropping. I know it's not for everyone, and Zack Snyder's not for everybody, but the fact is, there are a lot of people who are really excited to see this. Myself included, Mara included, Steph included, and Jay, who isn't even necessarily a huge fan, but just wants to see a director create his vision.
I want to give him credit because this has opened the door for a big sex party that I'm planning to. A big Zach party that I'm planning in Orlando, where I'm renting a house.
Heck yeah.
And all my friends are going to be there to watch the Snyder Cut. That just really slipped out. That was really something. So I'm very happy about that.
I don't know what he's planning in his head, but it's supposed to be a watch party. That's what it's supposed to be.
So I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful.
They're interchangeable, pretty much.
Very happy, and I'm hoping that my friends here will be there in bathrobes, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'll be real. If I don't come during Zack Snyder's Justice League, I'm gonna be disappointed. I've really looked this up in my head, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Everyone, look at everyone in the chat. Whenever they give me a date, when this movie's gonna be on, when they're gonna say watch it on June 1st, just throwing out a date out there. I just threw a date out there.
Yeah.
Me and Abu Naz and several others rent a house in Orlando next to Universal Studios, and we're gonna watch it all together and then go to Harry Potter World.
Harry Potter World.
So we can all play wand and
Hopefully, I'm back in the States before the movie gets released. That's all I'm going to say.
Hold on.
They might be out of the States. I mean, I am going to be out of the States, but I don't want to be coming back.
Mara needs to be there because I have a special room for Mara.
I've got my wand right here, Jay. Oh, shit.
I can't show mine's in the... If I show mine, it will be...
I'm going to fucking wreck your wand. Voldemort's wand's a bitch.
Shit. I don't give a shit. My wand is awesome.
Steph, did you know our wands share a phoenix feather?
Yes.
Oh. Well, not share a, but
we're going to make the greatest park hopping video of all
Phoenix.
time. All of us at Universal yelling and screaming and just being so hyped that this movie came out. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Unless freaking 2020 rolls over into 2021, then we'll see.
It better not, because like I said, I plan to be out of the States for a while. So better not be any travel embargoes on anything.
Well, that's gonna be fucking a year from now or something.
You know what, Mara? You're just a Debbie Downer, okay? Just say I'm gonna be there
no
matter what. Because
not...
I want to be there with Jay in his bathrobe. I want to be there with all the fun. I'm gonna be wearing my bikini. Everything's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be the greatest live stream ever.
I want to be there. I'm saying it's like
I know. I was just kidding.
Be there. I'm hoping it's after. It's like a little bit later in the year, so I know I'm home.
Mara's excuses.
Steph just put the link to the Discord in chat. Yes, Superman. If you are a patron or a channel member and you're not in the Discord yet, and I haven't set your tier, please remind me to do so, so that you can join the after party. We usually talk. After the stream, we hang out in the supporter voice chat and we just talk for 20, 25 minutes or so. So stop by if you're able to after the stream.
Thank you, Darth Megatron. He's going to have Starscream escort me there.
Oh, there you go. That'd be cool. I like Starscream.
Yep.
Melissa Lord says, will they continue Deathstroke's story with same actor or new one?
I want to know.
Same.
Same.
Joe Manganiello has been very adamant about how much he wants to do this.
Yeah.
So I think that if these reports and these rumors, turn out to be true, then yeah, I definitely think that Joe Manganiello would be down for it. But we'll have to see.
I mean, I'm pretty much confident he is. He's pretty much at a point where all Zach would have to do is pick up the and say, "This is still happening. We're gonna start filming now, and Joe's gonna be ready to start filming."
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for the super chat, Melissa. Appreciate that. Tom from Midnight's Edge is the DJ. Abu Nas will be featured for live performances at Jay's party.
Mm-hmm. It'll be something.
We'll see. But we have been going a little over 2 hours, guys. I did want to say a big thank you to my 3 awesome guests today, especially the ones wearing my merch, the Fuck Naughty Dog merch. Now, and of course, Jay wears my merch out to Disney World. He gives me that publicity. Jay sells my shit, so thank you, Jay. I'm not forgetting you, buddy. But
it's okay.
The ladies are wearing it right here, pimping it on stream. So I do thank you guys. I'm glad that Mara finally got something delivered to her. Yay! Fuck Naughty Dog. Look at that. So thank you guys. Again, thank you to Space Windu for making that logo that has been all around the world by now.
Good stuff.
So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to get a video out tonight since I've been lazy as fuck this weekend. But we'll see what happens. If not, definitely I'm gonna put one out first thing in the morning. Make sure to catch us on Mario Kart. Me and Jay will be there. Oh God, I probably need to get a new. I probably need to get a new controller. Yeah. See if I'm able to run to GameStop between then.
Probably.
Yeah. Sharon, thank you for being here. Appreciate your support. Thank you guys so much. Apollo wants a Deathstroke cut for happening. Thank you to Jeremy as well for coming by. That was a little unexpected. Wasn't planning, but it's always fun when Jeremy hops on the stream. But Mara, why don't you plug your shit before we go?
Well, I go by Mara Jade. My channel is Jade Shadow, and I basically kind of took the weekend off a little bit because it was a holiday weekend, and I wanted to get also schoolwork done. But I do try to put out videos every other day. I'm also on do a live stream on Mondays on Drunk 3PO's channel, along with Steph and That Tug Life. So Jay's gonna let you guys know if it's still happening tomorrow. If his hangover is gonna
it's happening
to tomorrow. He's going to have to let you guys know. And then I also got memberships. So I'm basically working out how I'm going to do either the members only live stream or the vlogs I have promised for the vlogs. I'm going to be taking this week to figure that out. So hopefully get more content on my channel from here on until the class is over. And then finally I will have freedom for at least a little bit to do more stuff. And if anybody knows where to find a damn PS4 camera, people are not trying to sell for like over $100 on eBay, please let me know, because I can't find it anywhere online or in stores.
PS4 is old news. Yeah. So if anyone knows where to get a PS camera, then maybe you can mail it. Maybe Mara will finally get a PO box and you can mail it to her.
I'll get a PO box. Just
you want to send her one for free? Send it to me because I have her personal home address and phone number.
I seriously doubt that.
And private pictures. All right, send it to me, and I'll make sure she gets it immediately. Just like I'm sending my leggings.
Yeah. Actually, he does have my private address. So.
I don't know. I mean, he's taken so long to send you your leggings. I just
wanted her address.
I think he lost it.
And I got it. Winning.
Yeah. Space Window, the PS4 camera became, well, at least online, because people are trying to price gouge it, since you can't really find it in stores or through stores' websites. So they're like price gouging you.
Trying. Well, Steph, my nerdy home, why don't you tell everybody where to find you?
Me? You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all at the same handle, My Nerdy Home. I've been taking a break from my YouTube channel just because I've been dealing with some personal stuff, but hopefully this week I'll kind of get back into the swing of things.
That's right. Because
and you can also find me on the Drunk 3PO channel. Y'all need to spam him on Twitter and tell him to give me a schedule because I'm supposed to be making content for his channel. But he hasn't been giving me a schedule. Jay.
So what happened was
right.
Also,
hey, look, I got a beautiful mug back here. Isn't this pretty?
Also,
it's a C-3PO mug with C-3PO in it.
That is gorgeous.
I love it.
It's a great distraction.
I know. I gave him those little Harley Quinns behind him too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. I thought they were salt and pepper shakers, but they're not. They're not. I was like, cool. It's not. Salt and pepper shakers.
Hold on, Jay.
Yeah.
Hold on, Jay.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, I gave him those for their RK3PO show.
She looks so cute. I like this one better. I like the hammer. I like the hammer better. Oh, look at that dude. Yeah, I like the hammer.
Joker should be fucking happy. Like he's like, it's not a creepy smile, it's a happy smile, like a weirdo.
They're little dwarves. They all have the same smile. They're adorable. They're dwarves. They're like
trash.
Super cute. And Ryan and I also do a weekly 100 stream on my channel, usually on Thursdays. So yeah. Come check out my channel if you want to.
Yep, I put Steph's link. Oh, I put it in there, and she put it in there because I didn't think she'd do it herself.
Yeah, I usually don't. I know.
But we also have they also all plugged him already. But Jay, Drunk 3PO.
There's no Star Wars news, so I'm just trolling people on Twitter. Why is my camera all blurry? You can also find me on the RK3PO show every other week.
That's right.
The next time, I told everyone, I promise, I'll have that PewDiePie Abby song. I'll play the full thing because people are already asking me on Twitter if I could play the whole thing, they could clip it. So I was like, the next time we have an RK3PO, we'll start the show with me singing that song. It'll be a one and done. So get ready.
Yeah, and you can find Jay Drunk 3PO on Twitch as well. He does some great Twitch streams.
I don't know why you would follow me there, but thanks for the support.
I need to do some fucking Twitch shit too. I've been lazy this week.
Yeah, it's ever since that Mario Kart, I was like, we went right into the weekend, but yeah, I'm actually about to drop a video on the whole all these Twitter trolls tagging me and stuff about how Brie Larson is getting ready to pass Jeremy in subscribers.
That is so freaking ridiculous. How can they compare the two?
It's so funny. And she still hasn't done it. She still hasn't done it.
Well, tell them like, to ask them how it like how they love Jeremy living rent free in their heads. If their focus is still on him and he's not even on Twitter.
It's so funny.
Yeah, he's not on Twitter. He's not an actor. He's not a Marvel actor. He's not an Academy Award winner, but like they're like, oh my gosh, she's gonna pass him. Az was doing his Lego stream today, and he was like, Jeremy, day 3 going strong. She hasn't passed him yet.
Well, the poll was to get her past him in 24 hours, and they failed.
I just think that the people that are, I think there's some people who appear like really triggered that Brie Larson's on YouTube. I don't really care. I think people like you and Jeremy and everybody who's just having fun with it has the better approach, right? Because at the end of the day,
it's just a joke, man. Yeah, it's just a joke to me.
Exactly.
People were so mad at my Brie Larson video. They were like, how can you be part of the fandom menace and subscribe to her channel? I was like, bro, can you just relax and laugh just for a second, please? Just laugh. It's all good.
Yeah.
Final Death Star $5 super chat. I almost thought that the blue and white stripe thing hanging on your wall to the left of you was a silent support of Ahsoka, Ryan. My mistake. Are you talking about this thing? This is a fucking beer bottle opener. I don't think Ahsoka's even old enough to drink, so I don't think so. No, it's not. It's not. There is no silent nor vocal support of Ahsoka Tano for me, good sir. But thanks for the super chat, Final Death Star. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. But again, thank you so much, guys, for you guys joining. Make sure you subscribe to all these wonderful people and support them just like you guys support me. And also, I guess you can support Jeremy. He was on the channel earlier if you want to. But he's got enough subs. He'll be fine. Thank you.
You can check out the Geeks and Gamers website.
That's true. www.geeksandgamers.com. Create your account, all that good shit. But thank you all for being here. I will talk to you next time. Peace.
Bye.